What's going on, y'all? It's Player Talk Radio. It's DJ Kuda right back at the helm of today's podcast. Thank you guys for being in attendance to today's show. Got a great show for you guys today. We're going to be talking about a whole bunch of different things on today's show. Today's show is going to be a mixture of just me just doing whatever. And it's going to be a tech show, so I want you guys to stick around. And definitely tune in, man. It's Player Talk Radio. We are in the building. So let me pull myself up on camera real quick and talk to you guys. What's going on? I am here. I'm in the studio messing around with some equipment and stuff, messing around with this damn kalimba. I got a whole bunch of different kalimbas here in the studio. Let me turn this music down. So what's going on with you guys, man? Shout outs to everybody that's here in the building, man. I've been messing around with a whole bunch of musical instruments, and it's been crazy. It's been a wild ride. Hopefully you guys are having a great, what's today, Tuesday? Hopefully you guys are having a great Tuesday. In here working on a whole bunch of different things, and wanted to reach out to you guys and talk to you guys about a whole bunch of different stuff today. We do have a tech show today that I'm doing. I'm working on a lot of different things. I'm working on this course over at Udemy, and I wanted to like jump straight into the tech and stuff like that, but honestly, my first course over at Udemy is going to be structured on getting your mind right, because honestly, I can break down the tech, I can break down OBS, I can break down a whole bunch of different things that I'm going to be breaking down on today's show. But the more core thing and the key thing that I think you guys will benefit the most from when starting your podcast is also just basically getting your mind right. You need to get your mind right to do what we do. You know what I'm saying? As podcasters, you really need to get your mind right. Every month there's about 30,000 new podcasters or people that's like, hey, you know what? I want to start my show. I want to do this. I want to do that. And it's like, bruh, that alone doesn't get your mind right to do what we do. You know what I'm saying? That alone, it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really put you in position to really do what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that you need to do, which is, be committed and be consistent and just do a whole bunch of different things that a lot of people, especially in that 30,000, is not ready to do. And the thing about it is that I'm not being, mean. I'm not saying, hey, you can't, achieve what you want to achieve. Getting into podcasting and things like that, it's very interesting. You know what I'm saying? But being in it, because, podcasting and things, like, it's just, shout outs to Bandrew, man. He just dropped a video on the snowball and stuff like that. He's about to go in on those microphones, man. I really want to check that out. But you know what? I got a show to do today. So, and I'm doing this live. So, might as well get into it. Anyway, kind of threw me off there, Bandrew. Shout outs to Bandrew, man. I've been messing around with this kalimba. And I know it looks weird on screen. You know what I'm saying? My camera. I've been messing around with this kalimba right here. It's from Brand New Noise. Shout outs to Richard Upchurch. It's a lot different from this one, man. I've been showing you guys, some of the music stuff that I've been messing around with. And I wanted to have like a kalimba where I can hook into well, I don't have one around me. One of the guitar pedals that I have, so I can, you know what I'm saying? And this is just the kalimba going into the microphone, because it's a whole bunch of stuff I need to talk to you guys about on today's show. So let me just geek out with y'all for a second and talk about the stuff that I like to talk about. So kalimbas are really cool, and these microphones are really cool, and they're really fun because you can just put sound up to it and it will capture it. See? Just playing around and messing around with some notes, right? So isn't it cool how you can just mic it up to it? But guess what? I got this kalimba hooked in, and I don't have it hooked into the best, aux or whatever. And then, you know, these extra adapters that you put onto these things, it could hinder the sound quality. You know what I'm saying? But I actually have this kalimba hooked into my interface right now, and if you can see and hear, there's like wires, cords, and all kinds of stuff to basically capture the sound. So let me turn down my music here, and let me turn up the channel where the kalimba is plugged into. Hopefully it's not too loud. But the thing is that, does the interface capture the kalimba as good as a regular microphone? So let me turn off the mic and let's just play it on the interface. Let's check it out. So what I'm hearing that you guys are hearing is that it's low, and it's really, really low. It might not be capturing all of it, but it's very, very low. And that's weird. You know what I'm saying? That is better to mic up the kalimba than to actually run it into the interface, because you don't know if your audio equipment is going to capture it the way that it should be captured. Now, of course, you're going to hear it because it's actually hooked into a headphone, but it was low from what I can tell. And then on the playback, I don't know. If I listen to it, it might be even lower. But isn't it better how I could just put it up to the mic and just a little bit louder, right? A little bit better. So it's an experience. Audio. Let's talk about it. You know I love to talk about audio, and you know that audio is going to be the most important thing for your podcast. You know, I talk about it all the time. Your audio is paramount. And I'm going to go more into it on my Udemy course, because my Udemy course is going to be covering getting your mind right. Because for me to have a serious conversation with you guys about audio, you got to get your mind right. Honestly, you got to know what you're doing. A lot of the 30,000 people that are going to be starting their podcast, just the audio aspect alone, not even talking about their content, cameras, what they're going to be doing, blah, blah, blah. None of that stuff matters unless your mind is right. We're going to talk about it. We're definitely gonna go into it on the show. Now here's a new kalimba that I got from Brand New Noise. Told y'all about it. It's a little bit different, right? And that's from the mic, right? Now this thing, what it does is it has a playback button. And this is a record button. And this switch right here, that's on the top, which my camera's acting crazy today, is a loop button to turn it on, to make it loop itself. So I think I have a recording here. Let me turn on the channel and let's play it back and see what it does. Not the most clear recording. But now let me play something here in this microphone for you guys while hitting this record button, and let's see how it turns out. And it might pick me up talking. Now check this out.
Turns out, and it might pick me up talking.
And you can play with it like this. So if I turn on this looper, which I just flicked on, which is this switch right here, it's going to loop itself.
Turns out, and it might pick me up talking. Turns out,
you can play with it,
and it might pick me up talking. Turns out, and it might pick me up talking. Turns out, and it might pick me up talking. Turns out, and it might pick me up talking.
So, like I said, you know, the world of noise, music, things picking up other things, instruments, miking things up, it's a whole nother world. Most people got to have their mind right. But we're podcasting, right? We're podcasting. We're talking about running a show, sharing video clips, talking about celebrities, talking shit, doing all kinds of stuff on a regular day-to-day basis. You're going to need good audio. Now, I have great audio. You know what I'm saying? To tell you the truth. I have great audio. Aside from learning how to mic up instruments and stuff like that, you're going to need great audio. So, you know, recently I told you guys to, to get the PodTrack P4, which is right here. And I tell you guys, I'm gonna have a show basically, breaking down this machine right here. This is all you need. This is your podcast right here. This is just a awesome, machine. This thing right here, like I said, you can do everything with it. You got your headphone ports, you got all XLR ports, and I think it has 78 decibels of gain to just throw out, so it can run an SM7B. It can run, RE20. It can do a whole bunch of different things, you know. Now, I got some game for you guys on today's show. I have my microphones that I have here, which is the SM7B that I'm speaking on, running into an interface. And if you can see right here, I have the boost turned on, the presence boost. So when I'm speaking back here, I get a whole different sound. And then when I get a little bit closer, I get another different sound. That's because it has what's called the presence boost. Even with this in neutral, when you get closer, it's still going to have a presence boost effect, but not as much unless this presence boost is cut on. And then this one beside it is the low pass filter, which I don't have cut on. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about audio. The interface that I have this SM7B running into has what's called processing on it. And this doesn't give you a a clear indication on how you may sound, but it does give you a clear indication that you will sound good. So let's get into some game. When you're doing your podcast, and I'm going to talk about it more on my Udemy course. When you're doing your podcast, right, you want to sound like money. You want to at least sound like money. You don't have to look like money. You don't have to actually have money. You know what I'm saying? I got like this big piece of lint on my goddamn shirt that I don't know where it came from. Anyway, you want to sound like money, basically. You don't have to look like money. You want to sound like money. Okay? Sound like money first. Don't look like money. Sound like money. That's what you want to do when you're starting your podcast. Your sound is paramount, okay? People can't engage in all of their senses. They can't smell you, they can't touch you, blah blah blah. The only two things they're going to really be able to do when you have a podcast is visual, and they're going to be able to hear you. So when you factor in those two things, aside from them taking in your content and things like that, you have to dominate one. One's going to be more dominant than the other, which is going to be your sound. So you have to make sure your sound is more important than anything else when it comes to podcasting. Because if I choose to cam up today and I choose not to cam up today, my audio has to sound good. Okay? Now, with the interface and things that you use with your microphone, it will color your microphone. The amps and stuff that you use to do your podcast, it will color your microphone, so it will affect your sound. If I was to turn the processing off that I have on this SM7B, this is what I would sound like. So if I turn all the audio processing off that I will have on this SM7B, this is exactly what I would sound like. I would sound like how I'm sounding right now. This is the SM7B with no extra processing on it. This is how the microphone will sound. This is how I will sound further from the mic. This is how I will sound further closer to the mic. The only processing that I will say that is on this SM7B is right here is the presence boost, which really doesn't do too much once the processing is taken off. So what I do is I put processing on the microphone. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you sound good whether processing is on or off the microphone. The microphone is going to have its own sound, but the amps that you're running the microphone in is going to color the microphone the way that you want to. So I can run the microphone regular, or I can run it with, low cut filters, high processing filters, noise gates, all kinds of different things on the microphone. But these are dynamic mics, so they're easier to work with. They're easier to run. You don't really have to have phantom power and stuff like that. But with certain mics, you do have to have all of those things, including this mic. So I have a show coming up, and I'll talk more about it on Udemy, about $100 mics that are affordable. You do not have to go out and spend $400 to get this mic. You do not have to go out and spend $500 to $450 to $500 to get a RE20. You don't have to do any of those things. What you need to do is you need to get $100, $100 to $120, and go down to Guitar Center or Sweetwater or any of these places, Amazon, and go get you a microphone. Now, one of the microphones that I recommend is the Rode Pod mic, which is similar to this one, but there's a lot other better mics that you can get. So let's get into it, okay? We're 20 minutes in. I tell you guys to go get this PodTrack P4 because this is your whole podcast right here. So the batteries in my PodTrack P4 is literally dead. This is the batteries that it came with. It came with some Maxwell batteries, and when I hit this power button right here, this thing will not cut on. So what I got to do is I got to plug it in. So what you want to do is you want to get a USB port also. And my Stream Deck just turned over. You can tell I was really not prepared for today's show. But we're just talking, man. We're kicking it. So I want to plug it into the USB port right here. And boom. Now when I press the power button, it turns on. Okay? So I'm going to be using All right. I'm going to be using this P4 today to show you how microphones work without coloration, okay? So on today's show, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using mics that are in the $30 to $100 to $120 range. This mic is my favorite. This is the SE Electronics SE V7. And this is actually one of my favorite mics, okay? I tell you guys to go get $100 mics because that way you can take it off, you can talk to it, or you get one of these nice little stands right here where you can hook it onto a boom arm, which I have another mic hooked onto this boom arm. God damn it. I have this King B hooked onto this boom arm. Well, this is not the King B, this is the Worker B. But you can do the exact same thing by hooking this onto the boom arm. So you don't have to have microphones that are known to be stationary. You can use stage mics and also still do your podcast. But all you have to do is really be up on it because I tell you guys to go get dynamic microphones where you speak onto it. Now, dynamic microphones, they pick up everything right in front of it. They're top and end address. It was called top or end address, okay? When I speak on the side of this microphone, you shouldn't be able to hear me as well. If I come around to the front, you should be able to hear me. If I speak on this side, you shouldn't be able to hear me as well. But if I come around to the front, you should be able to hear me. Now, the thing about it is that these microphones, you know, everything behind it is like a dead zone. It shouldn't pick up any type of noise from your computer and stuff like that. Same thing with these microphones because they're dynamic microphones. I don't speak into the side of it. I speak into the top of it. Not on the side, to the top of it. Everything behind it is supposed to reject it. Usually when you're on stage, the music is behind you, but you're dead in front of the microphone, so you're in the zone where the microphone picks up, and everything behind it, which will usually be the crowd, it doesn't pick up or bleed dead into the microphone, and it doesn't hinder your sound. So this is why you want a dynamic microphone, because if you don't have a sound treated room, what's going to happen is you're going to get what's called room reverb. You really can't hear the room reverb because I'm not in the sound treated room at the moment. But when I talk on the side of it, you can kind of hear the hollowness, and that shows that there is reverb in the room. So let's get into it. I'm not going to run these microphones into my Rodecaster that I have here. I'm going to run it into this Rode Pod Track, okay? And let's see. I'm going to run a headphone. I'm going to run it from the headphone jack into this P4. And what I'm going to do is all the microphones that I'm going to run into it, you guys are going to be able to hear how the mic will sound. Oh, shit. Bitch. Hold on. You guys are going to be able to hear how the microphone sounds. I got to figure out a better place to put this microphone. Well, this P4. I got a lot of stuff going on, y'all, by the way. So anyway, let me not trigger any of these buttons. Okay. So anyway, this is what we're going to do. We're going to run these microphones into the P4, and you guys are going to hear the coloration. I don't have a low cut filter on any of these mics, so let's see. I don't have any of the filters on any of these mics. So this way you guys will be able to hear how the mic will sound. Mic settings. Let's go to mic settings. Low cut. Nope. Limiter. The only thing I have is a limiter so that the mic doesn't clip. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cord right here, and all the microphones are going to be running into mic channel number 1. Boom, pop that in. Okay. And I got my headphones plugged in. And let me see. I'm going to have a good level. And you guys, I'm going to... Well, that sounds terrible. I'm gonna turn this mic off, and you guys are gonna be able to hear me from this mic. So we're gonna play around with it and see how it sounds. Give me 1 second. Now, I really don't like how I'm getting feedback. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, the feedback doesn't sound too good. Hold on, y'all. Now, testing, 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 testing. I don't like the feedback that I'm getting from that. I don't have another shit. Let's see. I don't have another I don't have another aux cord in here. My aux cords are in the other room. So let's see. So this is what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm going to switch everything up. I'm looking at my audio settings. I'm gonna run all the audio settings from the P4. This is what happens. We're gonna build the plane while we fly it. So everything's gonna be running from the Zoom P4 without the aux cord. So let's do this. Let's do this. Now you guys should hold on. You guys should be hearing me in the Zoom P4. What I need to do is I need to take my headphones and I need to switch it to the P4. So this is what we'll do. Okay, so let me turn this up so I'll be able to hear myself and hear exactly how I sound. My headphones are literally on they're literally on 10. God damn. I had to turn them all the way up. All right, so I had to crank my headphones up to really hear myself and hear how I sound. I may sound a bit low to you, so let me turn the gain up on this microphone. And this is what I sound like on the P4. When you hook your P4 into your computer, this is exactly the sound that you would get. The P4, there's no low cut filter, there's nothing on, so you're hearing this microphone exactly how it sounds. And my bad, y'all. It sounds great. I really like this microphone. This is my favorite microphone. If you guys have seen my some of the work that I did for the work that I did on this channel promoting Clubhouse, you guys will notice that this is a great sounding mic. So this is the SE Electronics. This is the V7. This is about $120. Really great microphone. Really great for vocals. If you get the P4, like I told you guys, and you have this microphone hooked into it, this is the audio that you guys can expect from the P4. Basically, you hook in. Jesus Christ, where I put it? Okay, you hook in this clamp, and then you can just have your microphone just stationary. You don't really have to move it. You can get a stand and stuff, and this is how you will be able to run the microphone. And really good microphone. I really like this microphone. One of my favorites. So this is the SE Electronics V7. V7. So let's move on to the next microphone. Let's see what we have here, which is in this mystery bag. Oh, we have one of my favorite microphones, and it has like I said, it has the stand holder on it. This is the Shure SM58. Now, this is the microphone that I really recommend. This is about $100, $20 less than this one, including tax. This is the standard. You guys have seen this microphone several times in your life. You probably don't even realize it. Um, this microphone is bulletproof. You can drop it. This microphone literally damn near invented the mic drop. And it sounds close to this microphone. This is the SM7B. It sounds really close to this microphone. As a matter of fact, there's people making mods to make this microphone sound definitely like this one. For the price of this one, you can get 4 of these. So I'm going to take this one off and we're going to switch to the SM58 and let's see if you guys can tell the difference. Now, all of these microphones that I'm showing you are dynamic microphones. Okay? So let's check it out. Okay, now we're speaking into the SM58. As you can see, it's a little bit darker in tone. I don't sound a little bit, I don't sound muffled at all. And you can use this microphone for a lot of different things. So a lot of people use them for on stage, and a lot of people use them for, voice recording and stuff like that because it sounds very similar to this SM7B. And just for the hell of it, before we get up out of here, I'm gonna plug this into this worker bee, so you guys can tell the difference between dynamic mics and condenser mics. Now condenser mics picks up more of the room. What you're going to hear too is a little bit more clarity, but that doesn't mean that these dynamic mics don't have as much clarity as the other mics. I'm going to be doing a whole show dedicated to $100 mics. So I'm just kind of really breezing through this because I got shit to do today. So and make sure, man, you hit this Cash App and PayPal and stuff, man. I'm giving y'all information that a lot of people definitely won't give y'all, and I'm actually showing it to y'all while I'm actually recording. So that's why doing a dry recording. So anyway, this is pretty good. I didn't have to crank up the gain or anything. I'm hitting right in the middle. So I'm really at unity gain when it comes down to this the Zoom PodTrack P4. If you go out and you go get, usually I tell people to get this combination with the P4, about $200. The XLR cable about probably $10, or you can get a pack where it's like $15 for like 3 of them and shit. They're literally giving you the shit, right? Go get you some headphones. Get you a USB cable, the USB-C cable, or if you want to just sound like this in the pod track and record it to a SD card and then put it up on Anchor later or do whatever you want to do, you can do whatever you want to do. This is your studio, man. But this is how you will sound if you just go out and go get the P4, go get this $100 SM58, which is recording standard. This is a workhorse. This microphone's gonna be around longer than probably your career. Is weird. Definitely I shouldn't have said that. But definitely this is what you want to do, this is how you want to sound. You dig? Like, Now let's see what the next microphone is. Oh, we got another Shure. Okay, now if this one is the one that I think it is, let's see. Now this one right here, this looks just like the microphone that I'm on, but it actually isn't. This is actually a $30 microphone. So, but it's still great to start off with. Now, this SM58 is known as a darker toned microphone. It's dark. This PGA is a $30 microphone, but it's more up top. It's more, some people say it's tinny. They call it tinny. The not tinny, but it's more top end. It's more brighter than this SM 58. And the thing is, man, you want to choose your microphone for the voice you have, not the voice you want. Like some people are like, man, I don't like my voice. I want to sound different. No. Mic match for the voice that you have, not the voice that you want. because you never know. The voice that you have going through a good microphone, if you mic match it, will be the voice that you want. So let's switch over to the PGA, which should be brighter. You guys can let me know down in the comment section which microphone was better. So let's switch over. And as you see, you get handling noise. There's a lot of handling noise. Um, listen to that handling noise. So it lets you know, and it's a lot brighter. I can hear it more. Let me turn my headphones down a little bit. It's a lot brighter. I didn't really have to play with the gain, but I am almost peaking. So it's a bit louder. It's a bit brighter. You get handling noise. You see what I'm saying? So, like I tell you guys, man, I'm gonna have a part in the Udemy course called "Part with That Punk Ass Paper." Part with that punk ass paper. What I'm gonna be talking about when I talk about parting with that punk ass paper is that you get what you pay for. You understand what I'm saying? If you're gonna pay $30 for a microphone, you kind of don't. And I have a ring on, so I mean, just be realistic. You're gonna have these things on your hands. You're going to get handling noise, whereas the other mics, they really didn't have that much handling noise, man. So, like I said, you get what you pay for. You might not have to worry about the handling noise with this because you might have it on a boom arm or a stand or something like that. So all you got to really do is worry about moving the arm. But this is the sound that you will get for $30. Now, I got one more last mic. I will plug in the other ones and we'll do the handling and stuff. If you guys want to hear the handling noise with that. Also, we can take this off. And she's gonna pick up everything. Also, you guys get to see the capsule that I'm speaking into. Listen to all that handling noise. God damn. And see this foam. Well, I don't know why I have this still in the way. This foam that I have that's right here in the top, because there's really nothing on the inside of this other than like a windscreen and a screen basically to stop the spit and shit like that. This is the pop filter. This piece of plastic that's in this microphone. So the Paul picks up pizza pronto, or please put that pussy. I don't know what to tell y'all, man, but you get a lot of handling. You get a lot of handling noise. Paul picks up pizza pronto. The windscreen really doesn't stop too much. Shout outs to Bandrew. Paul picks up pizza pronto. The windscreen doesn't really stop too much of the plosives on this microphone. You get what you pay for, $30. I mean, and honestly, to tell you the truth, if you want to throw away microphone, this will be it. I mean, the price doesn't always reflect quality, but the price could be just what you wanted. Okay, I'm just going somewhere. We're just gonna speak. I don't need correct. Y'all just need to hear me. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing a podcast right now. Y'all just need to hear me. So that's why some people will pay $30 for these type of microphone and don't care about the handling noise and all that extra stuff. All right, so we got one last microphone here, which is one of my favorites. Really expensive mic. Well, not really expensive. The price will go up. This mic is from 2005. I bought it used. Need to do some work on it. A little bit of work on it. But this is a vocal mic. This is really good. One of the guys here on YouTube, he told me to get this mic, so definitely I got it, and I might get another one. You can tell it's used. See how the black is kind of, but we could paint that or whatever. But this is the Electro Voice ND Neodymium 767A, which is good for vocals. Let's switch over to it. You guys should be able to tell the quality. Definitely. And now we're on this microphone, and it is bright, and I'm almost clipping, but you guys should be able to hear me. You don't hear as much handling noise with this microphone. You understand what I'm saying? And that's because it has this rubber grip that a lot of people. I actually was not complaining when I got this microphone because mine's is in good condition. Some people got to really replace this rubber grip that comes on with the microphone. It helps with the sweating and stuff like that and the handling noise. So you guys, you get to see where your money gets you. When it comes down to audio and stuff like that. So, and this is running directly into the Zoom. It sounds really good. The clarity, and that's the thing with like microphones that are a little bit more bright. It's supposed to pick up the clarity in your voice. It's supposed to pick up your voice really good, and you're supposed to sound great. This microphone, it competes, with the SM58 and like the V7 and stuff. They're kind of all in the same category. Um, Also, I got a Lewitt coming. I got a couple Lewitt mics coming, and I got a couple interview mics coming. The omnidirectional mics. Omnidirectional mics don't have the presence effect. Now you can tell that my plosives are a little bit bigger. You can hear the plosives. So these microphones, they do have a little bit of a proximity effect. You do want to speak up closer, but if you want to speak back here, you'll be able to speak back here. You'll be okay. Whereas, like I said, when you get a little bit closer, you get the proximity effect. But it's good to speak back here so that way the microphone is not in your face 24/7, or you don't have to really keep it too close to you. But there is and there is a significant fall off a little bit when you speak a little bit further back. As I see on here that it's a little bit low. So what I would have to do is I would have to crank the gain up so that when I speak from here, you guys will be able to hear me. But when I get a little bit closer, then it might clip a little bit. So I would want to have the gain up and be able to speak from here. And the brighter microphones are a little bit good because the thing is that it all you gotta do is really turn the volume or the gain down, and it will capture you from a distance, and you really won't have to worry too much about its brightness. You won't lose too much of the clarity and stuff like that. Now, I really shouldn't be just unplugging and plugging in the microphone like that because it harms the mic. Fuck it, we're gonna do it on today's show. Let's switch back to the Shure SM58 and let me know which one sounds good. See if you guys can tell the difference. And now we're back on the SM58, and you guys should be able to tell the difference. How this is a little bit more darker, sounds a little bit more muffled. If I turn the gain up a little bit more, you guys should be able to hear me. And when I speak with it right here, I should be coming in a little bit clear. Or if I can turn the gain up just a tad bit more, I can speak with it further back. So, and you guys might hear a little bit of more of the room noise. But like I said, man, you want to use these dynamic mics to basically, for your podcast, if people aren't going to be able to see you, they definitely will be able to hear you, and everything is good. These podcasts and the money that it takes to run them does not take a lot of money. You do not have to do what I did and spend a grip to podcast, okay? Aside from the cameras, aside from lighting, aside from everything else. Okay, cameras is a whole different thing. Start with baby steps, and the baby steps is going to be your audio. And this PodTrack P4, man, it amazes me, man. Same thing with the H8. Same thing with this U 22 that I was showing you guys on the last show. Make sure you guys go out and go get these things, man. You know what I'm saying? I will try to drop affiliate links, so when you go and you click the affiliate link and you get the item, the pocket change helps out the channel. But if you really want to help out the channel, man, yo, if you haven't liked, subscribed, or at least supported the channel, man, you bugging right now. You definitely bugging. All the game that I'm giving y'all on today's show, you bugging right now, man. All right, we're gonna switch back to the V7. I'm gonna get the hell up out of here, man. I got shit to do. Anyway, let's switch back to the V7. And now we're back on my favorite microphone, which is the SE Electronics V7. Thank you guys for coming out to tonight's show. I want to hold on. Let me see if I got my clapping. Hold on. Let me turn that up. Shout outs to Ism, man. God damn it. Hold on. Thank you. Had to throw on the clapping. And it's cool because you get sound pads. Usually, hey, I'm going to tell you some real shit. Usually the sound pads, which you can swap out and do whatever you want with them, that's the deal maker. You always hear about the deal breaker, but you never hear about the deal maker. And this is how you want your podcast to sound. Okay? And this is the Zoom PodTrack P4. You've been listening to the Zoom PodTrack P4. So we're going to switch back to the Rodecaster and close out. Let me turn back on my SM7B. And let me switch my audio settings. Boom, 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 boom. And now we should be back on the Rodecaster. Give me 1 second. Let me switch my headphones. Okay, yeah. So now we should be back on the Rodecaster, and you guys should be able to hear me. Really great unit. Go get you the Zoom PodTrack P4. Really great unit. I'm messing around with different cameras and camera views and camera angles and stuff like that. So I will have a show showing you guys really how to use the PodTrack P4, what you guys should be looking out for, blah blah blah, all of that good stuff, man. I just got a lot of stuff to do, man. So just make sure you guys like, subscribe. I got too much stuff to do. But that video will be coming. I'm here working, and I got a lot of stuff to talk about to y'all. I got a lot of stuff to talk about to you guys. So I think the best thing to do, I will be putting out tech shows on this channel, but I'm sorry, I'm distracted. I will let you know when my Udemy course is out, because really the first class that I'm going to be doing is really for the mindset, to get your mindset right. And then we'll get into all the tech and all that other stuff on the next class. But the first class that I'm going to be doing on Udemy is to get your mindset right. You need to get your mindset right before we really start talking about all of this stuff and you start spending money on all this stuff for you guys to be a podcaster. You know what I'm saying? So basically kind of just, playing around with tech, basically telling you guys about music, showing you guys different things like the kalimbas and stuff, different things that I've been working on. I want to give you guys a thank you for listening to today's show. And like I said, I'll let you know when the Udemy courses are out. So, but the first courses are going to be to get your mindset right before we start getting into talking about all the technical aspects and stuff behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got to sound like money to make money. Make sure you buy the microphone that matches your voice, not the voice that you actually want. And also, make sure, you guys are listening to what I'm saying and taking notes, man. You gotta sound like money to make money. When I'm doing the podcast for Udemy and showing you guys exactly what to do, how to think, how to get your mind right, going into what you're going to do, which is creating content and becoming a podcaster or a live streamer or whatever you want to do when it comes down to your studio and your equipment, when it comes to voice acting, whether it comes to reading books over at ACX and producing audio books and stuff like that. The reason why I'm telling you all of these things is because you gotta sound like money to make money. I don't know how much times I'm gonna have to keep driving this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much times I gotta keep driving this home. So, like I said, we're gonna get our mind right and we're gonna move forward, man. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And like I said, you guys sound like money to make money. If Oprah was to go live right now and have a super chat button in her live stream, people are going to donate to Oprah. Now, why are people going to donate to Oprah? Oprah's already rich. Why do common folk and regular people need to take their money and donate to Oprah? Why would people donate to Oprah? Because money attracts money. You got to sound like money to make money. If Oprah had a super chat button in her chat room, people will be donating out the wazoo. Why? Because money makes money. Sound like money, man. Make sure you press the record button today and record something great. It's Player Talk Radio. We out. DJ Kuda. Let's get it. Let's go. It's Player Talk Radio. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, donate. Let me know what was the best microphone, and I will do shows on all of them. We're going to have the $100 mic shootout, which we kind of did today. But I'll go more in depth on another show. Kalimbas, music, madness, podcasting, good game. Can't beat it. It's Player Talk. We out.
Talk Radio. Hey, yeah. With DJ Kuda, the hottest DJ in the manosphere. Let's get it.